Hi, welcome back to Lauralign. If you're playing the new Zelda, let me know. And if you're interested in following my Twitch stream, I might stream it soon. It's been a while since I streamed, but anyways. Today we're working on some flexibility and revisiting some core moves while we practice one new move. Getting something cozy and meet me on your mat. Hi, welcome or welcome back to Lauralign, my personal yoga practice. We are joined today by my big boy kitten, who is turning 10 later on this year. Fun fact, he's been with me almost his whole life, minus about 6 weeks. And Mr. Grogu over here. Bring your water. Go ahead and get settled in. Start right away with massaging the scalp. Really, do we need to fight right now? They like never fight. Is it fighting or is it love? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, start right away with your massaging the scalp and the temples and the jaw and moving the eyeballs around, upper corners, lower corners of the eyeballs, just trying to relieve some eye tension there. I've talked about this before on the channel, but it's been a while, so if you are an eyeglasses wearer like myself, we carry a ton of extra tension just from the arms of the glasses, so you can also hit like the back of the skull right behind the ears. It feels amazing. I found I had like an indentation from my glasses arms, so look forward to massaging that out if you have one. Today's nice and cozy. Probably a little more slow moving today. We're going to focus on the breath and work on a few new moves, or at least one new move, and revisiting a couple of old ones I haven't done in a while. Start off on the back. I will leave you to focus on whatever breath technique you would like to get you through today. All I will ask is that you try to extend your exhale as much as possible and have that nice, swift, full inhale so that you can keep your heart rate down and keep moving much more slowly. I find that when I can do that, I am able to continue this slow movement. Otherwise, as soon as our heart rate jumps up, we're like cardio, like so we're not doing cardio yoga. I'm not about it. Just take a couple moments here. Okay. Pretty much just went to town, massaging my temples and behind my ears and such. So, I want to say really honestly, I hope you guys just go for it. Just give yourself a little bit of self-love, at least today. Just give it a try if you haven't really done it before. It might feel a little weird at first, but just embrace the sensations. It can be like sensations of like, oh wow, like I haven't had that massaged in a while, or haven't touched this area of my body in a while. Like not in like a sexual way, of course, but like it can certainly feel awesome. And also, fun fact: not only does massage have all sorts of great benefits, for your body itself, like releasing tension in the tissue and etc. But also it can release chemicals in the brain when you massage yourself, or even when you massage other people, or when you get massaged. It's like I'll have to look it up because right now this information is escaping my mushy massage brain. But there's really cool benefits. So I'll find some articles and link it in the description for you guys. If you're interested, I highly suggest checking it out. So, after your little self-love here, I'm certainly feeling a nice happy boost. I'm sure it's serotonin that it releases, but we'll see. Okay, so from here, we are going to plant the feet and bend the knees if you haven't already. Feet can come as close to the bum as possible. And if this feels good, you can stay here, walking the shoulders underneath you to feel a nice opening in the chest and a nice stretch in the shoulders. Couple deep breaths here. And you can plant, like really dig into that right foot, so all four corners pressing into the mat. You can even lift your toes to really feel that action happening. And you're going to lift the left foot. And we're just going to stretch this leg a little bit and do some, I believe it's called eye of the needle. So kind of gently pulling back, keeping your shoulders on the ground, making sure there's no added tension whatsoever in your neck, face, upper body, all of that as you do this. This is why this breath can feel nice, can really anchor you. So melt into everything touching the mat. Let that be what allows you to keep your balance here as you just focus on this leg, feeling a wonderful stretch in the hip flexor right now, or I guess more so the hip joint and the back of the leg here, hamstring. Can play with pointing and flexing that foot. And in your own time, you can cross your left ankle over the right thigh, opening up throughout the left hip slowly. Hi, kitty. Breathing into that left hip. Keeping that left foot flexed to protect your ankle here. And whenever you're ready, you can lift up through that right foot and thread the needle here. So thread your left hand through this little space, this opening between your legs, and right hand comes outside right leg. I hope I'm describing this correctly. I'm also enjoying these sensations here, so you can play with stretching that right leg up, or just keeping it where it is, or maybe you didn't even lift it up, that's fine too. This is wonderful for flexibility, which is one of the things I haven't really worked on in a while. We were all about the core there for a minute, and honestly, today's going to be both. So, I know I already wanted to do some core stuff, but I'm kind of ending up also working on hamstrings, which is awesome. Anyways, enough babble. We are going to do the same thing on the other side, so come on out of that whenever you're ready and find your foundation again before we lift up that right leg. Can always stretch your arms up here, or just do a little full body stretch as like a little in between. Okay. Whenever you're ready, bending those knees again, planting those feet, and lifting up. Good ol' righty. Make sure your left knee is not coming out or going in, but staying as straight as possible. This is really a full body awareness that honestly just comes with time. So if you don't have it yet, if you are struggling to kind of maintain this whole thing, don't even worry about it. Just focus on one thing at a time. And as I remind you, then you're like, oh yeah, you know, it's just like, it's a learning process. So don't feel, I'm just saying so because that's how I used to be when I first started. It was just really hard to kind of focus on everything at once. But being in this kind of meditative state of mind, really does help you to see the whole picture, if that makes sense. So that's just one of the many reasons why that's really all I focus on is these meditative practices, because they have been super beneficial for me in my journey. Whenever you're ready, we can go ahead and bend this knee or cross this right ankle or right shin over left thigh, keeping that foot flexed. And you can thread the needle at your leisure as well. What? Okay. Spending quite a lot of time there, I know, but I promise, I promise it's for a reason. All right, coming through to seated, we're gonna visit this boat pose. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this block between my legs. You can feel free to do the same. If you don't have one, don't worry about it, but I do recommend picking one up next time you're out and about. You can visit Five Below if you have one near you. I don't know, obviously, where any of you are located, but Five Below has them for $5, and if your cats are going to eat them like mine do, then you certainly don't want to spend more than that, do you? So you can also use other things, so it doesn't have to just be a yoga block. Okay. So staying in modified boat pose if you need to, no worries, breathing deeply. This can certainly also help for a nice warm-up to get you ready for actual boat pose, because sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, especially at first. So by all means, feel free to stay here and practice as long as you need to. Even if you've done boat for a while, it can feel nice to kind of come back to a beginner's perspective. So just putting that out there. And if you're joining me in full boat, maybe you're already there, I'm going to go ahead and get into that now. Keeping elbows tucked to the side, lifting, straightening the back as much as possible. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. And letting go of that. Breathing, touching the toes. Kind of a counter stretch here. Side body stretch. Kitty, you're literally right in front of the camera, but it's fine. All right. Nice and warm already for today's practice. We are gonna come into almost like a half split here. Just using the right leg as a cushion and kind of lifting the left leg, pressing into that left top of your foot into the mat. Also pressing into your right top of the foot, so both feet pressing into the... Words are hard. I'm like, what's going on in every area of my body here is basically what I'm trying to go through here. So this is almost, it's almost like a half split meets a half pigeon, if that helps you. And then I'm going to switch through onto my other side for the same thing. Pressing into your palms. Elbow creases shine forward, and we try to just breathe. This also could be considered like a supported half upward facing dog. You know what I mean? Like this one, like there's so much fluidity between these poses if you really think about it. So I guess let's not put a name to this and just kind of go for it today. Feeling a nice stretch in our left low back hip area here. Coming in for cat-cow, which is what I was going for before I decided to do that. All organic movement is welcomed. Don't ever feel bad for straying from the path that I'm on right now. You do you, everyone is different, and guess what? This video will still be here next time you want to watch it. So if you ever, like I was guilty of doing that all the time, I would just watch YouTube for yoga and just listen to what they were doing, but like kind of be inspired by what they were doing, but really just do what my body needed. Okay, coming back to child's pose. We're doing our little cat-cow child's pose, hero's pose, little dance here. Deep belly breaths if possible. You can also take this bolster or pillow if you have one handy. And go for a little support there. This feels amazing. So stay here a while if you like. All right. So from here, we are going to go into plank and down dog. Move that pillow out of the way, chug some water, and find your breath again. This cat is too much today. I just had to let his brother out. So we're gonna, oh, blue baloo. We're gonna chug some water and then get into a plank pose. Before downward facing dog, and then some stretching and shavasana. So almost done. Almost done, right, Goo? Got a cat pube on my lip. Yep. Oh, there it is. Okay. Gooba. Gooba. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. I love you. All right. So from your cat-cow or all fours, plank pose. Smile. Remember, we can do hard things. Downward facing dog. Finding your breath here. Oh, there is one more thing I wanted to try out. I almost forgot. Okay, so I don't know how well this is gonna go because I haven't tried it before, and here I am, first time doing it on camera. So YOLO, y'all can join me if you want. Basically, it's reverse plank, so find your way back to seated, transitioning onto your bum, and reverse plank. We've done some similar movements on the channel on my practice like this before, almost like those tricep little dips where we were going like this and like that, except we are going to straighten those legs and feet come together. Ooh, press that upper body up. Okay, that one is fantastic for the arms. Find your breath again. Meet me on your back. We're gonna stretch it out, twist it out, and then Shavasana. So, whew. Bending those knees, feet planted so you can windshield wiper the legs back and forth. It feels awesome, like a massage for your top of your bum, which for me is like I get a lot of sciatic pain right there. So it feels awesome. And moving on to like your hips a little bit as well. Finding your way to a twist whenever you would like. I just did a little whistle with that. A twist. Now I can't even do it when I'm trying. Wow. Anyways, hips and feet come to the right side of the mat, and then your knees can fall gently to the left. You can use that bolster pillow to prop your knees on. They do not have to come all the way to the ground. It can feel great either way. You just don't want to strain yourself. Shoulders staying on the mat. You can walk those shoulders down. And hands can come to low ribs or to your sides or above your head, wherever feels nice, even maybe on the hip, the thigh. And switching sides whenever you're ready. Hips and feet and knees come to the left side of the mat. Knees drop to the right. If you have not already let go of that elongated exhale, you may do so now. Coming back to center, pulling the knees up to the chest, and giving yourself a little hug, rocking back and forth, side to side. Just a couple breaths here or more if it feels fantastic. Hi, Goo. Little organic movement before you move into Shavasana. So get all your wiggles out. Try your best anyway. Arms and legs come out long for a nice full body stretch. We're going to squeeze everything. Lately, I know it's been my thing to say squeeze the buttocks, but like really squeeze everything. Your arms, your legs, all the muscles that you can. Just do it. Just squeeze them all. Let it go. Relaxing everything to the mat. Can bend those elbows. Hands can come to low ribs again if it feels great. You can kind of land in a cobbler's pose here. Very, very extended legs. If you like, for a little bit more of a hip opener. We're going to breathe in Shavasana for a couple of minutes. So I'm going to say my goodbyes now so we can kind of just reflect on the day while we do so. Trying not to think of what we have to do next after this, but more so thinking about the sensations in our body, how we feel, reflecting on anything that you want to review again maybe in this video, any poses you want to do over, just stuff like that. So not checking out, but checking in, seeing what's going on, and just accepting that everything is as it should be right now. I do hope that you take these next few minutes just to lay here on your mat and do all those things I just mentioned. I thank you for joining me in my personal yoga journey. And I hope that you drink some water and do a little bit of self-care for yourself and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time.